Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, I should say. It is Sunday, November, whoosh, November 17th. Drop my phone. I went to church this morning, which I am completely shocked that I was able to go. Not that I don't really go or anything, but I do go at least every week, or try to go. I do have my cross. But no, the reason why I was saying was because, as you can see, my glasses are taped. They broke, and these lenses do not fit these frames, so I have them taped just to be able to see. But not only that, my knee is swollen again. So I think it's from where I had water in my knee, and it hurts so bad. My knee was prayed for this morning by the pastor. It was good. I don't really use a cane walking around the house because I am trying to not rely on something like that, but this morning it hurt so bad I actually had to take a cane to walk to church. And he said, one of the things the pastor said, which was very truthful in a way. Most people will not agree with it, but I will hand it to him. He did say something that I was like, yeah, maybe that's why I didn't use the crutch, the cane. But he said God and Jesus, when they were walking, they did not use a device. They used their faith, which I was like, yeah, it makes sense, because the canes and everything wasn't invented, I don't think, at that time. Or if they were, they didn't use them because of that, but I just thought that was very interesting. So then he told me, he grabbed the cane and took the cane and walked in front of me and said, walk to me. So I was sitting there trying to move, and he kept saying, have faith, believe. Do you believe? I was like, yes, I believe. So every single time I would get close to him, he'd step back more and trying to help me with that. He goes, it's not therapy, but, it's faith. I'm like, okay. And maybe 10 minutes after, or prior to the service ending, I was like, I have to use the bathroom. How am I going to get to the bathroom? I was like, my knee hurts to the point where I actually have to extend my leg while sitting down half the time, just to make sure that it's, not in pain. Right now I'm sitting with my knee up like normal, and it currently hurts, so I'm gonna end up putting it back down. But I was like, I have to pee so bad. I had one small little cup of coffee, and then after I came back from the bathroom, I started drinking on some orange juice. And I think it's really interesting. They have Apple and Eve, almost like Adam and Eve, for this church. So I thought that was really cool. They also have it in apple juice as well. But I put the cane by the chair, and I just stood up, was in pain from standing, but kept walking to the church, or to the bathroom from in the church, and I was like, if I have to, I have to, but if I don't, just gripped the wall and I guided myself with the wall all the way to the bathroom. And thankfully, where it was, the bathroom stall does have those handicap grip bars, to like actually grab onto to help. So that right there was helping with me trying to get up and everything and sit down without having to use the cane. But I do wrap it. We do put a lidocaine patch on it. We also have like a little bottle of some kind of cream to put on it as well. I do have another knee brace and we have another ace bandage. We wrap it as much as we can, except for like a few days, or we go a day without it. But other than that, I don't really try to use it as much, but it was a good day today so far. As soon as I got to this church, they saw the cane and they didn't say with anything, oh, what's wrong or anything like that, which was very interesting. And they weren't rude. It was like they already knew without me saying anything. They both the pastor and his wife came up to me and says, "Your knee?" What? I didn't tell you. And they have my phone number, so they called me to remind me about church. And I said, yeah, I don't know if, everyone's gonna go, but I will definitely try to be there. And I went and didn't say anything about my knee over the phone, but yet they knew. I was like, that is crazy. They already knew, but that is so cool. And as I'm sitting there, I'm listening to the worship, and the wife came up behind me and scared the crap out of me by accident, because she like came over and gave me a hug. I was like, oh, hi. Hi. She's like, do you want a drink? Do you need something to eat? I'm like, okay, sure. That's how I got the coffee, because I normally would go and grab it myself, but when I got over there, I was like, I just need to sit down. So I got a coffee and a Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich, which was good. And then I got some apple juice, orange juice, and a water, and some little like crackers. They're the Belvita brown cinnamon sugar crackers, or biscuits, cookies. I don't know. They changed the name so many times, but I have those, and right now I'm just kind of sitting here. I took some, or no, I didn't take it yet. I have to take some Tylenol, but I'm trying to hold off as best as I can at the moment. I'm about to get ready to play a game to just kind of like clear my mind of the pain and everything. But I'll keep you guys updated. Next week I'm going to go to the church, and then 2 weeks from now for Thanksgiving, I'll probably end up spending Thanksgiving with the church family. They do have something that they're going to be doing, which was just told to us today, but they say, they said today about the 4 steps of abundance. I heard the first 2. I didn't hear the last 2, only due to the fact that I was in the bathroom at that time. But the first 2 are vision and, what was it? Vision and faith, I believe they said. But the vision is basically, if you want it, you can receive it. If you can't see it, or no, if you can see it, you can have it. If you can't see it, you can't have it. So if I basically, like, as an example, they said if I want this apple or orange juice, if I can't see it, I can't have it. If I can see it in my future, I can have it, which was very interesting. And then they talked about taking care of things. Like, if you have, for example, he said if you have one child and you want more, but you can't take care of that one child, he was saying, why would God give you another child? You know, not being rude, but he was like making a point, like, you have to take care of it. So, like, if you want a house, but you already have a house, or you already have a roof over your head, and you can't maintain it or take care of it, could you get another one? You have a car, but you're spending money on beer, other women, chasing whatever, instead of taking care of that car. If you need tires or gas, but you say, I want a better car, but you're not taking care of that one. So therefore, you're not seeing that you have that power. That's basically what he was hinting at and telling us. And he said that a lot of people see the Bible as black and white words, that they say that they, have read it, or they've, seen certain things, but then they don't go out and achieve it. They're aware of the power from it, but they aren't doing it, which I thought was actually really cool. And I didn't honestly think I would like this church, because it's just kind of like, it was a weird way to be introduced to this church. But I went, this is my third week going. The first week I met the wife, because the husband was out traveling and speaking, going through other churches and actually delivering the word, which was very interesting. And he came back last week, and he was back again this week. So, but every week they have different things. Today was the four things for abundance, which was actually really interesting. And the first week I was with someone. Second week, he was there, but then he had to leave. This week, he did not show up at all. Because they got other things to do as well. But at the same time, which I thought was very interesting, was this pastor told everyone that they have about 4 different branches. They're all one church, but they have 4 different branches throughout the entire United States, throughout Ghana, Africa, UK, like, they have everywhere across the world, which was really cool. And he said it's not just a black church or a white church, it's together. And I don't know why, but he looked like back towards me when he said that. I was like, I wasn't thinking that, but thanks. Thanks for that information. It was really interesting. And I actually enjoy going to that church. Although I don't really get up and dance when they say dance or anything. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a good dancer. I'm not really a good singer, but I will sit there and, I will bob a little bit just by sitting in the chair. And every week at this church they do communion, which is very interesting. And if you don't know what communion is, it's where you have a little cup and it has like a little wafer, not cookie or anything, but like a little wafer paper. And it typically has a little tiny cross on the inside of it. Like almost like a cookie cutter, but it didn't fully go through. And it's just a tiny little circle, probably about maybe yay big or so. And that's called the body of Christ. And this week he said it's your faith, your life, which is very interesting. So they do that, and when he says, take the body of Christ, you hold it in your hand and you wait until he goes towards his mouth to eat. Then that's when you put it in. And then you have a little tiny cup of grape juice. It's like very, very, very small because, you don't require much. And you take that, and that's the blood of Christ. And then he gives you a little speech about it. And once he says, take this, then you take the blood of Christ or drink the grape juice. And then he will say a little prayer. You sit down, and then he will continue talking for a little bit, continue preaching, and then you have a prayer to leave. Like, he does a prayer where it's for everyone, and then you're able to be, going through to leave. And he'll play some music, and then those who stick around for a little bit, they actually get to talk and meet with him as well. It's very interesting. And I noticed that right down here where I'm looking, it says 1726. So that means that this is going to be one of my longest videos on YouTube. And I do apologize. Normally, I don't really have long videos, but this is one of the things that I absolutely love. And I don't know if you can tell, but we do have a cross there. There was, oh no, that's the key, but that's a key thing, that's cool. We do have 2 more crosses out in the living room. And yeah, we have hearts which have different words on them. This picture right here, which is really cool. And then yes, we have a horror picture. And that's just because it's a new movie and we actually enjoyed that movie. But we have diamond dots of the American flag wrapped around the Twin Towers and a bald eagle as well. And then we have another diamond dot of the 4 seasons. But yeah, this is like what's really cool. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you want to see next. And hopefully within the next week to 2 weeks, I will be able to figure out what is wrong with my knee. And hopefully I will have an update for that. But if there's any other comments, questions, or concerns, just feel free to leave them in the comment section, or as I say, if you know me personally and you want to reach out through phone or anything like that, feel free. But if you like this video, give it a comment, thumbs up, and hit the subscribe button.